The man shed tears of pain in his sleep. When he woke up, he realized that his girlfriend who had been lying beside him was already gone. He thought about turning on the TV to have a look, but it only showed an emergency alert. Jack was puzzled. Just then, he suddenly heard terrifying roars coming from outside. He got up and walked toward the balcony. Looking up, he saw a military helicopter roaring past overhead. The next moment, it lost control, crashed into a nearby building, and exploded instantly. Jack was so terrified that he collapsed to the ground. He cautiously peeked his head out and looked down, only to see people frantically running for their lives. At that moment, Jack suddenly spotted his girlfriend among them. He wanted to call out to her, but to his horror, she and another person pounced on an old woman and began biting her madly. Witnessing this insane scene, Jack was paralyzed with fear. He wanted to get out of there. Suddenly, a fighter jet roared by at low altitude, flying off into the distance. He staggered back into his apartment. A man suddenly rushed inside. He told Jack not to be afraid and said he was only hiding here for a moment. He claimed that everyone outside had turned into zombies and that he had been bitten by his best friend. Before Jack could react, his roommate walked into the bathroom, clutching his ears. There was a large wound on the back of his neck. Jack realized something was wrong and quickly grabbed a sharp knife to protect himself. At that moment, the TV suddenly cut in with an emergency broadcast, announcing that a zombie virus had broken out in the city, and anyone bitten or scratched would be infected. Unexpectedly, his neighbor happened to come out. Seeing the news on TV, the neighbor quickly explained that he was fine, but his eyes had clearly turned red. Jack, trembling, raised the knife in his hand and threatened him to leave. The neighbor tried to persuade Jack not to kick him out, but Jack had already noticed his eyes and immediately pushed him outside. At that moment, a horde of zombies suddenly swarmed out. Fortunately, Jack managed to hold the door shut and lock it in time. The next second, he saw a terrifying scene through the gap in the door.